Hey guys, welcome back to Rhoda Eats. Today I'm here just to give you a few more options for Thanksgiving, things that you can make, that you can do. And of course, I have another video coming with more options, all right? So first I'm gonna start with my green seasoning. I use lots and lots of peppers, lots of onions, garlic. I use celery, a bunch of fresh herbs, and everything will be down below. Now it's super therapeutic for me to watch the food processor go around and around. So if you see a little bit of that in there, I think I was kind of soothing myself. So yeah, I'm just chopping everything up, and I am going to kind of blend it in batches in the food processor. So I'll make it and then put it in a bowl and just continue until I have everything done. I also use vegetable oil as that liquid that will make it easier to blend rather than water, because water encourages the vegetables to spoil. And also I do store it in a jar. I cover the lid and I put it at the back of the refrigerator, so that way when the refrigerator door opens and closes, the air that goes in and lowers the temperature of the refrigerator, it doesn't affect the vegetables because they're at the back in the jar, like at the back. All right, so this is all I'm doing here. And I'm just showing how I do everything because people like when you show how to do everything. So that's all that I'm doing here. So I know you may be thinking, girl, I thought you said this was a green seasoning. And by the way, people's green seasoning vary in color because they use what they like most. So, but this is just because everything that I blended first, remember I said I was blending it in batches and then I'll put it in a bowl together. Everything that I blended first wasn't super green. So here I am, I'm doing all the herbs, and don't forget everything will be listed down below in the description box so you will know. And green seasoning, you could use it to make herb butter. I know a lot of people, myself included, we like to rub the outside of our whole chicken and turkey with butter. You just put the green seasoning into some softened butter, incorporate it, and then rub it all over the skin and the inside of the skin of whatever you're roasting. And also you could put it in meatloaf, meatballs. You could use it to when you're seasoning your meat. For Caribbean people, we love to use peppers, onions, garlic, and cut them up and put it in our meat when we're gonna cook anything, stew this or curry that or whatever. So having the green seasoning to do that, it just kind of makes it easier, so you don't have those big chunks of whatever in your food, but you still get all that amazing flavor. I use mine when I make rice, when I make baked macaroni. And it's different. Caribbean macaroni pie, that's what they call it. Macaroni pie is different from the traditional American macaroni and cheese that is baked. So there's a big difference. So that's that. But yeah, I use it in that. What else do I put? Did I say meat already? The possibilities are endless. And because there's no salt or anything like that in the vegetables, it does not at all alter the actual taste, like the seasoning in it. It just imparts the onion and that good good flavor that we all love. Look at that. That turkey is racing to the table, by the way. Okay. And again, we don't use water to make it, so the oil helps to preserve it. All right. So let's move on. So I thought that I was recording when I did this, but this is just some buttermilk, eggs, and butter into a bowl, and I'm going to incorporate it well. So I'm doing the wet ingredients first and the sugar so that it could dissolve properly, and then I sift the dry ingredients into the bowl. And don't forget, I do have ingredients and amounts down below in the description. So at this point, I decided to pull out my hand mixer because I did not feel like mixing with my actual hand with the whisk. I'm a little bit lazy, but just know that you do not need any powered tools, any, tools like mixer, a KitchenAid, or anything like that. To make this, I just decided to go that route because I didn't want to put in the arm work. So yeah, I just sifted my dry ingredients in batches, and then before continuing with my hand mixer, I did just kind of mix it with a spoon because who wants a big puff of flour in their face with baking powder and all kind of stuff in there? Do you know? So I just gave it a little mixy with the spoon before I went along and did that. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is prepare the apples. Now you can make the apples from scratch. You just peel whatever apples you like. Get it in a little saucepan with a little bit of water, sugar, apple pie spice, and all that. All right, but I went the can route, and I just, poured it out in a bowl or whatever. I tried to mix with my hand, but crush with my hand, but that wasn't working. So I actually let the hand mixer crush it for me, and that worked perfectly fine. It crushed it up into little itty bitty pieces, and it was amazing in the baked donut. Now, when using your donut, the shape donut pan or silicone pan or whatever you want to call it, you can use a spoon and spoon it in. I just felt like it was much quicker and neater for me to make a little makeshift, piping bag with a Ziploc. If you saw my previous video where I made the Thanksgiving cupcakes, I did that too because in my house, piping bags grow legs and walk away. So I just did that, and here I am piping it. And please, when you're doing it, if you're doing it in one of these baking utensils, do not overfill. I do it every single time. So yeah, just try not to overfill it. But this is what I did, and I baked them in the oven at 350 degrees until I put a toothpick in it and it was done, like about 12 minutes. But each oven will vary. I let them cool first in their mold, their silicone mold, and then I pop them out. All right. Also, guys, this recipe is not just specific to making donuts. I did have leftover batter, and I just sprayed a little ramekin. And make sure you spray like every single thing that you're using, including those silicone molds, because they will get stuck in there and be hard to get out and be all crushed up, and you're gonna be very sad and probably crying. Okay, like I was when I realized this. But you could put it in a muffin tin, you could use ramekin, and if you're like serious about doing the whole donut thing, if they puff up like in a muffin tin, you could just slice them in half and then make a little hole in it. So they are very, very flexible in what you could do with it. Now let's get some drink ideas. So the first drink that I'm making is ginger pear. Okay, and that's, I don't know, like it's made with pear, nectar, and all that. You could also use peach, mango, whatever you feel like, but I associate pears with Thanksgiving time, fall. So yeah, and again, please, the ingredients and the amounts are listed down below. I'm just, you know, showing you how I put everything together. And that's it. And this is delicious. I drank it all off. I had fun doing it. I also put it in a wine glass so I could be fancy. And yeah, it was really good. The lemon is really up to your preference, but it really, really balances things out. You don't have to put it at all, but it does make the dish, it does make the drink really pop without making it sour. Ah, refreshing. Now for Cranberry Craze. And again, these are just Thanksgiving punches where you don't really have to do much, but you kind of put everything together for a delicious, and then the whole point of like making punch is to just put things together. So that's all that I'm doing here, and it's absolutely delicious. Okay, so I'm just adding my orange juice, my apple cider, perfect for Thanksgiving because that's when apple cider is just super proper. What's wrong with me today? Popular. All right, and I'm just using some lemon lime soda. It gives it that zing, that pop, okay, without it being overly what's the word, fizzy. That's the word. Without it being overly fizzy. And I just put some cranberries and cinnamon sticks in the glass just to make it look the part. And I don't know, it's a beautiful drink to me, and it also tasted absolutely amazing. You should definitely give it a try. All right, and next we are just going to simply finish up our donuts now that they're out of the oven and cool enough to work with. So I went the easy way and used the McCormick cinnamon sugar, but all you have to do is mix cinnamon and sugar, put it in a bowl, and of course we're using melted butter as our adhesive so that we could put everything together. And bam bam, turkey and ham. Okay, all you got to do is brush the butter onto the top of your baked donut and dip it into the cinnamon sugar. And that's it. The topping is complete. Don't mind me eating back there. I could not help myself. So I really, really hope that you do try this and let me know what you think. But this is it for this video. Please be on the lookout for more Thanksgiving options, hand options, where you're not just stuck in the kitchen slaving over food, okay? And you can just practice the safety guidelines of these times that we're in right now while enjoying each other, your families, your friends, and also delicious food. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your love and support, and I'm just so happy that you chose to watch me today. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.